The Filipino Show, Ikwento Mo.
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 The Filipino Show.
Ikwento Mo.
The Filipino Show.
Ikwento Mo.
The Filipino Show.
Ikwento Mo.
Filipino Show?
Ikwento Mo. The Filipino Show.
Ikwento Mo.
Mabuhay and welcome to the Filipino Show, Ikwento Mo. Ako po inyong kaibigan sa Papawid, ang inyong Kuya Rene, ang inyong Direk Rene. Dito po sa ating bagong programa na papanood po dito po sa Freeview Channel 200 tuwing araw po ng linggo, alas 8 po ng gabi. Prime po yan ha. Filipino Show, ikwento nyo yan. Atin po ito at ito ay isang public service project ng PSTV Plus. At ako po yung nag-aanyaya sa inyo na samahan niyo po kami palagi dito po sa Filipino Show, Ikwento Mo. Alam niyo mga kabarangay, a few months ago ay bumisita po tayo dun sa paborito kong syudad dito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand, ang Wellington. At kami po ay pumunta doon bilang para sumuporta sa maiden speech ni Filipino Kiwi o First Filipino Kiwi Green Party MP si Francisco Kiko Hernandez. So nakapasok po kami sa Beehive at we witnessed his maiden speech at nakita rin namin kung paano siya winelcome ng kanyang mga kaibigan, mga supporters ng Green Party dun sa after maiden speech reception. At syempre, dahil nandun na rin ang kanyang mga magulang na galing Australia, ang aming mga family members na galing Auckland, kami at mga taga-Wellington ay nandun, nagsalo-salo po kami. Parang yung family and close friends together with Kiko Hernandez. We're very proud of his achievement and we wish him all the best. Dun sa mga hindi pa po nag-like, share, and subscribe, pwede pong kahit konti lang, isang subscribe man lang dyan, ha? At dito po sa ating PSTV Plus, sa ating channel, no? Sa ating mga social media channels. At kung nasa Wellington kayo, no? Bumibisita sa Wellington, kagaya ko, pumupunta po ako sa Wellington Botanical Garden. Bagamat hindi kami nakapunta nitong biyaheng ito dahil maulan, narito po isang video na ginawa ko po nung bumisita po ako sa Wellington Botanical Garden. Mula nung ako po ay bumisita sa Wellington 10 years ago, ay naging paborito ko na po ito. Ito po akong pinaka-paboritong syudad dito po sa Aotearoa, New Zealand. At dahil po maganda sana dito, kaya lang ayaw po na aking pamilya dahil malamig at mahangin. Mahangin yung natural na hangin po yung windy, hindi yung mga mayayabang na tao. Ako po yung Kuya Nona, yung Direk Rene, para sa aking mga ikwento mo dito sa Wellington, Aotearoa, New Zealand. Isa sa mga pamosong lugar na pinupuntahan ng mga bumibisita sa Wellington ay ang Wellington Botanic Garden. No? Maraming paraan para makaakyat po sa Wellington Botanic Garden, pero ang pinaka-scenic na sinasabi nila, ito pong Wellington Cable Car, no? Climbing 120 meters in 5 minutes. Ang Wellington Botanic Garden ay itinatag noong 1868. At ang namamahala po dito mula noong 1891 ay ang Wellington City Council. Ito pong Wellington Botanic Garden covers 25 hectares and is a unique landscape of protected native forests, exotic trees, plant collections, and stunning seasonal displays of bulbs and annual plants. Ito pong Wellington Botanic Garden is minutes away from downtown Wellington, lalong-lalo na po dun sa hotel na tinirahan namin, ang Park Hotel sa Lambton Quay, and is open between sunrise and sunset. Wala pong entry charge, no? Wala po, libre po ito. At yun nga, sabi ko po kanina, cable car po ang pinaka-scenic, no? At every 10 minutes umaalis ang cable car. At ito pong Wellington Botanic Garden, napakaganda po, no? At imaginein mo, no, sa gitna ng isang bustling city ay meron kang matatagpuan na lugar kung saan pwede kang magninilay-nilay, magpahinga. Yung iba ay nagsa-sunbathing, yung iba ay nagpipiknik, o yung iba naman ay dinidiskubre ang mga iba't ibang nooks and crannies nitong Wellington Botanic Garden. I highly recommend ito pong Wellington Botanic Garden bilang isa sa mga pangunahing pupuntahan nyo o kung kayo po ay bibisita sa Wellington. At hindi po kayo magsisisi, no? The scenery is stunning, the atmosphere is uplifting, kaya well and highly recommended po itong Wellington Botanic Garden. At ako po ay siguro ay inabot ako ng mga nearly 2 hours sa loob po ng Wellington Botanic Garden, just absorbing, just enjoying the scenery, absorbing the fresh air, the calmness of the area ay ginawa ko po dito sa Wellington Botanic Garden. Kaya sige po, tara po, puntahan po natin o puntahan nyo po itong Wellington Botanic Garden. Ako po inyong Kuya Nonoy, inyong Direk Rene. Yan ang ikwento mo. Ayan, nakita nyo na po, no? Mga kwento natin sa Wellington. Napakaganda. Talaga, paborito ko po talaga Wellington eh. At harinawa makabalik po tayo sa Wellington at nang makapanayan pa naman natin ang iba pang mga kababayan natin dyan sa Wellington. Ako po yung Kuya Nonoy, yung Direk Rene, dito po sa ating Ikwento Mo.
Yeah, so it started when I was on mat leave. I've just been doing some freelance during mat leave, just doing some random creative projects I can get, like website, content creation, and I booked a pretty big client, which was one of the malls here, sa Hamilton. And I started to do that regularly, like every month for them while I was on mat leave. And I sort of fell in love with the process of freelancing for content creation. And since I do social media and content and the marketing thing for work, I just love the idea that I was able to do other people's, all the different brands. Yeah, so then parang dun yung spark when I was on mat leave doing these bigger brands. I'm like, oh, I could do this. But because medyo limited pa ako at the time, with still taking care of a baby, I just kind of waited it out for a while, and then the demand just kind of came, and so I decided that I wanted to bring in Atayani and wanted to start a actual company. So that's how Content Chicas was born, and the reason why I decided to include Atayani with it, because she also has her own not full-time photography business po. So she has her own thing, but I asked her if she wanted to join forces with me because she has great skills that I don't have, and I have skills that she doesn't have, and we worked really well together from doing some creative projects in the past. And so yeah, I decided who else better to do this with? Because
Correct.
yeah, as a young mom, you know, you it's hard to juggle a full on business by yourself.
Yes,
So,
that's a good move. Oh, good move.
yeah, so we decided to start it, and then since starting it, po, like it just
It just moved.
yeah,
It just
it,
and it's like, you know, it's amazing. It's a blessing. And Yani, I know you also work for your mom's company. Do you still do that now?
not anymore, po. So I obviously had to give up something. I couldn't run two
Okay.
businesses and work full time. Yeah, because I worked for my mom for 7 years, po. And so parang it just I had to weigh, you know, which path am I gonna go. And I chose to go, you know, be an entrepreneur, to be self-employed. Yeah, because I've been doing professional photography for 4 years on the side lang po. Kasi nga po, I work full-time. So parang I already have that experience of running a business.
Yeah.
And so parang yung joining forces was just like, it was easy because we've already got the equipment that we need, and we've got the skills that we need. So parang we didn't have to spend so much money to start up a business, any capital or anything like that. So it just really, yeah, parang blessing lang talaga. God opened the door for us, and we kind of just ran with it. Leap of faith po talaga.
Oh yes,
It's a risk,
leap of faith.
obviously, especially in the climate that we are in at the moment in New Zealand. You know, going through a recession, all of that. So talagang risk po talaga siya, but because we're so passionate about it, we're running with it po, and we're loving it so far, opo.
So it was a natural progression, no? Yung individual talents nyo, and then you combined it, and then now you're running the business.
After school gets out for the day, students pile into this Northern Virginia ice cream shop. Many pick the purple flavor.
It tastes delicious.
Why do you like it?
It tastes like potatoes. It's just great.
The frozen treat is flavored with ube, a purple tuber or yam native to the Philippines. Shop owner Toby Bantug, a Filipino-American, started making ube ice cream 20 years ago. Few people ordered it then, so he shelved it. Now it's one of his top 3 selling flavors.
Even when people try it, especially kids, it's almost like a vanilla, right? It's not like a super strong fruit or something like durian would be. I think that's why it's popular. You've got color, you've got a delicate flavor, you know, it's Instagrammable.
Trend forecasting agency WGSN predicted at the start of the year that ube was poised to become a super influential flavor across food and drink categories worldwide. To come up with this conclusion, the agency tracked ube impressions on social media, its use by chef influencers, and finally ube product sales by large corporations like Hilton, Starbucks, and Trader Joe's.
The biggest thing that we noted was that Filipino cuisine continues to gain attention globally and move into the mainstream in areas outside of the Philippines.
It's usually served in sweet dishes, but Filipino-American chefs like Paulo Dunca are using ube in non-sweet foods such as hamburger buns and wraps.
I just feel like food evolves, you know, through a lens of a Filipino-American. You know, I think everything evolves with where you're from, where you're at, or the ingredients you're available to.
Araya chef Julie Cortez arrived in the U.S. from the Philippines in 2018. Her challenge was persuading her own family members to taste her ube creations.
Some of them are like, this is like, we're not used to this. It's weird. But like, after that, they finished the whole dish.
Proof positive that the Pinoy purple yam is here to stay. Chris Casquejo, VOA News, Washington.
So before we go into yung what are the services or the things that you do for the business, tatanungin ko lang kayo, nung bata kayo, nag-aaway ba kayong dalawa?
Ano ko? Opo, bully po ako.
Okay.
Dati. Opo.
Kasi
He said it.
kasi kaya ako tinanong dahil ngayon that you are co-founders, your business partners, no? So, minsan magka-clash yung mga nyo kasi pareho kayong creative. Magka-clash yung mga ideas nyo, tapos sasabihin ni Yani, ako yung ate, ako parang ganun. How do you work things out ngayon na kasi business na to, parang ganun?
It's been a learning curve po. Trying to balance yung treating each other like siblings and treating each other like business partners. Because yung natural way we are is just siblings. But I think we're really good with switching from work to like family time. We're really good at that. But as in, if it's work time, it's work time, and we act accordingly. And we have weekly meetings. We go through our priorities and things like that. I think because our roles are quite defined, hindi siya po like, oh, I was doing that. Oh no, I wasn't doing that. Hindi po siya ganon, thankfully, because we both know what each other is doing. And so in terms of arguments, I don't really think we also argue. We just, maybe get a little bit fast. But I think we're really good at not allowing kind of personal feelings to get through the business side of things.
So Yani is nodding her head, so she's agreeing to what Amy was saying. It seems as if Amy is like the spokesperson of the company, tama ba ako? And then si Yani is behind the scene, not behind the scene, but more of supporting. Pag may mga client calls kayo, sino ang nagsasalita when you're doing the presentation? Pag ganon.
Depende po. Depende po sa client. Yeah.
Yes. True.
Depende po.
If it's social media po, it's probably more me. If it's more content, more photography, it's just her.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let's go to content chicas. Ano yung scope ng what are the things that you do or you've done? Services ba ang yung I think it's services, no? You're offering and providing. So give us a glimpse of kung ano yung mga ginagawa or gusto niyong gawin.
Yeah, so we do content creation. So creating reels po, and we also have subscriptions for content. So like in a monthly basis, and then we also have social media management. So social media management can be, we have a done for you service and a DIY. So what that means is done for you is that we do everything for you, creating your post, scheduling your post, creating your captions, creating your hashtags. And then DIY is that we create the visuals, we make sure everything is ready for you, but you do the posting. Parang ganun po. And then yung sa done for you po, we also do the community engagement. So we engage with your followers. So if someone's commenting, we do that. And then we also do photography. Obviously, we have that product photography, branding photography. workplace. You know, we can come into your workplace and do photography, your products, your service, whatever it may be. What else do we do? Did I forget anything? Website development, we also do. What else? We do paid ads as well, mostly Meta ads, not so much of Google ads. What else? Did I miss anything? I think those. Yeah, I think those are our core services.
Okay. And so it seems as if this is like the business that's really for now, you know, using the technology, using media, using creativity. And how is the reception so far since February? You're saying you had these big clients already, so they are, you know, I know Hamilton is a bustling city, so it's like there's dyan pa lang sa Hamilton, marami na kayong matatap, no? So how is it so far? Girls, how is it so far? Yung business?
Yeah, it's actually been really good po, Tito. We just didn't think it was gonna fly nga po kasi nga recession at the moment. But no, actually people need our services because most businesses don't really have that time to think about their social media or marketing in general. Parang yun yung sa last sa to-do list nila. But they need it. Parang ganon, they need it. But because they don't have time or they don't have the skills to do it, they just parang put it on the side or the last thing.
For now, it's digital content, no? But are you also eventually looking at parang event management or content or creating parang ganon? Are you is that something that you'd like to do, or it's like too much work already? Like you want to focus on digital content?
We actually also, I forgot po the service of wedding content creation. So, hindi po to uso dati, pero wedding content creation po, it's like just shooting on your phone. Kasi nga, yung mga brides, yung mga, entourage, they're so busy with what's happening. They don't have time to film on their phones. So, we can do that also po. Parang authentic talaga siya na nangyayari behind the scenes, outside pa ng photographer and videographer. And we give all the raw files to the bride and the groom so that they can look back. And it might not look, super professional, but it's just some memories ba? That they can go back to.
Yeah. I think that you're hitting something there, Yani and Amy, kasi, di ba, I think you guys in your wedding, so you have your photographer, medyo slick yung production parang pelikula pa. Pero behind it is iba yung kwento dyan, iba yung chika dyan. Si nanay galit o si ganyan-ganyan o whatever na So, yung maganda yan. Maganda yung nyo, yung gusto nyo gawin.
And we give the files po that 24 hours after the wedding. So it's very quick turnover po. And it's as if you're seeing your wedding straight away from another person.
Yeah. And no editing, di ba? Wala nang editing yan. It's really raw. Yung kung ano yung behind the scene, BTS ba? Yung parang I think that's you're hitting a niche market na kayo pa lang yata alam kung ngayon marami na nakakaalam kasi nanonood sa atin, di ba? Pero nauna si Content Chicas dyan. So, thank you so much, Yani, Amy, and I look forward to see the other things that you're doing, and good luck. God bless on your projects and on your raising a family. So, all the best sa inyo. Anything that you'd like to message sa yung mga gusto kong gawin to gusto kong magtayo ng ito. Anong message nyo sa kanila?
Nike, just do it.
Dapat ang content chicas meron. Dapat meron kang tag.
Our one is just post.
Just post.
Just post.
Just post.
A lot of people thought, they see the things online, the social media, and they think, oh, I would really love to, do that, or that looks really cool. I want to do something creative because, they have other jobs, And social media is such a big wild beast at the moment, and it really is anyone's game. And so if you don't know unless you try it and unless you post it, and you think, oh, what are they gonna think of me? Like, oh, this is a little bit embarrassing. But 9 times out of 10 people don't really care, and they will just scroll past it. But you won't know until you post and you do it. Just do it. Just post it. Post that content.
Post that content.
And also, I think one takeaway from this interview would be, you did your you studied, and whatever you studied, you practiced it for a while. You used it as your platform for launching. No? So, kung sino man yung nanonood sa atin, nakikinig, is take the examples of Yanni and Amy. You're following their passion and doing the hard work in doing it, and raising the family. Kaya ingatan niyo rin yung health niyo, because that mga sipon, yung mga sipon, okay lang yung, hindi naman okay, no? Parang natural yun, pero as much as possible, iwasan natin. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amy. Maraming salamat, Yanni.
Thank you so much po, Tito. Thank you for having us po.
Yes. Talagang my pleasure, no? Kasi lalo na to, kilala ko kayo, ay talagang, tapos gustong-gusto ko yung content chicas. Yung pangalan pa lang, gusto ko na yun Kaya sabi ko, gusto ko maraming tao malaman what is content chicas all about. Maraming salamat at pinayagan niyo ako muli pumasok sa inyong mga tahanan, sa inyong mga puso para sa edisyong ito ng 3rd episode ng The Filipino Show, Ikwento Mo. Ako po muli ang inyong kaibigan Simpapawid, ang inyong Kuya Rene, dito po sa ating programa. At kung meron po kayong mga comments, questions, or suggestions, pwede nyo pong i-email yan sa barangaynz@gmail.com. Maraming salamat. Thank you, take care, and God bless. Tandaan, The Filipino Show, Ikwento Mo.